more I do and then I apologize. I don't ask for permission. Because if I ask for permission, I don't know if I'll ever get the permission to. And my mom was very scared. She couldn't believe she has a dropout university daughter. And it didn't help that I was a girl. I think I am the most difficult child. I think so. I want to. They say no, but I know.
Welcome to the Studio-littleBold podcast, where vision meets execution, creativity finds clarity, and mentorship unlocks potential. I'm your host, Abigail Osidiana, and this is the space for designers, dreamers, and change makers looking to build bold ideas and shape the future of interior design. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I have Lynette on set, and let me tell you, the first time I interacted with Lynette, she introduced herself boldly. She told me, I am a humanitarian interior designer. Ebu, kwanza, moment of silence for that. I love it. Being sure, being bold, I love it. So with that, let me just allow her to introduce herself. But before that, thank you so much for honoring our invite.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah. And you are meeting for the first time, so I can't wait for the stories.
Ooh.
Yeah. Are you ready?
I'm
Are you
excited.
comfortable?
Yes, I am. I'm excited to tell the story. It's a long story. Oh, my journey is long.
Yeah. Hiya. So please start by introducing yourself, who you are, what you studied, what you're currently doing.
Okay. So, hi. My name is Lynette. I am a humanitarian interior designer. Currently founding the Consciousness Foundation. It's a humanitarian initiative that we'll go into the course of the podcast. I am also currently the graduate representative, Architectural Association of Kenya Interior Designers Chapter. And I was at the University of Nairobi. I studied bachelor's in interior design.
Oh, but how are you in the ninis of architecture and you did interior design?
Okay, so Architectural Association of Kenya has chapters.
So
So
there's the interior design
yes,
chapter?
it's the most recently launched chapter. I think this is our third year in existence. It was launched 3 years ago, was 2022. That has to be 2022, yes. So actually, interesting story is when it was being launched, okay, so I was in a WhatsApp group and the architect who formed the WhatsApp group put an announcement in the WhatsApp group that we are launching, AAK is launching an interior designers chapter. And if you'd like to be part of the chapter or even part of the council, you can attend the launch. So I went for the launch as I wanted to be the chair of the chapter. I was very confident in myself.
Yeah, but
So I get in, I sit down. Yes, we introduce the chapter. It's going to be about. There are many interior designers. And then they start now. They tell us they want to choose. It was called an interim council. I think now before the official elections, because AAK as an association has how do I call it? It has guiding
principles or processes.
Constitution, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, as an association, just how it runs, it's governed and all that. So there needs to be a council in place and then an official elections where people actually going to get the privilege to exercise their democratic rights in terms of putting people in position in the council that is going to lead the chapter. So when the architect stepped forward and he was now announcing the positions that were there. So he was just announcing the position, and then if you want, you raise your hand. So you volunteer to serve in the interim committee and the interim council. So I was waiting for the chair. So I was just waiting because it was going to be announced last. So I was just waiting for that one. So when it was announced, at that time I was a student. I was still in uni. So when it was announced, I put my hand up. And so I was asked, and they said I'm a student. And they're like, oh, constitution-wise, yes, you cannot be. Yes, you have to be practicing actually to be able to hold certain positions in the council. And so I went back to, was it assistant secretary or secretary? One of the two.
Wait, they had not been filled already?
No. So what was happening is there are some positions that people are not volunteer. So they'd skip and go to the next one. And then now the ones that were left, they were like, okay, but this is still open. Would you like to? Like, oh, okay. I select for that one. And then, of course, much later on, I understood that even to be a chapter chair, there are things that you need to understand in the field of interior design, or you have to have practice, or there's a level of experience you need to have to even understand how you can chair a chapter in the built environment, really. So I understood that, but I know when I went home that evening, I told my dad, imagine I didn't get chair. My dad was like, of course you can't get chair. You're still a student. Yeah. So and maybe I'd like to make a disclaimer. Now that is where we've started, I'd like to make a disclaimer and say watching the previous episodes, it's been a lot about interior designers who've had experience. So now comparing classroom versus reality experience on the ground. Mine would be more to encourage someone who has not still figured out what they want to do, because that's a lot about what my journey is about. So who hasn't figured out what they want to do, or is on the path of figuring out what they want to do, and they're really discouraged, and they are behind, or maybe they're feeling like they are behind. Yeah. So mine will be a lot about encouraging people like that, and we'll get into it in the course of the podcast, and you'll see I've not had quite a lot of experience in this field, but we'll get there.
Okay, so we'll still touch on that, but let me ask, so you went to UON?
Yes.
You did interior design?
Yes.
For how long?
4 years.
So you completed the 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. How did you even get into that first? Before you even go into your experience, how did you get into ID?
So let's go back. So this is high school. We've gone, this is our last day of clearing. We finished our KCSE, and then we've been told, you come back, you clear. So during our time, we were filling forms manually.
I know, even me, I did the manual one.
So we were put in a dining hall, and then we fill, and then I look at the courses. The courses are, they are the popular courses your parents know and want. Lawyer, doctor, engineer, those ones. I didn't do biology in high school, so I wouldn't be a doctor. So that was out of the question. Lawyer, my dad is a lawyer, my sister is a lawyer, so I was not going to do law. And plus, it has a lot of...
Wait, why?
Why? A lot of reading. I'm not... Yes, I forget things very fast. And I think even this is a challenge I had with my theory classes in interior design. I had to read just before the exams, because that's the way I'll remember. If I read a week or 2 weeks before, hey, that exam, it's like I never read. So that was not going to catch it. Law and all those books I saw, that one was just not going to catch it. Engineering, apana. I was not going to do that. So I looked, and then I saw architecture. Okay, architecture. That's what I put.
That was option 1.
That was option 1. And I don't remember what I put in the other options.
Other ones.
Yeah. I could have put art and design somewhere, because I liked drawing. But I don't quite... I know, I just remember I put architecture first. So now we finished, and then we did... the year I did my KCSE was the year that we had only 141 A's in the whole country. And
you remember that much detail?
Yes, it was because that was the year. There's no other year that has ever experienced such, because even in our in a school that the previous year had 201 A's. There was no A in that year. They started from A minuses. Yes. So it was that year. So because we had only 141 A's in the whole country, there was a bit of... universities were it's like they loosened their categories of admitting people. Yeah.
To standardize it.
Yes.
Recalibrate a little bit.
Yes, because so now if you say certain courses like maybe engineering are only being done by A's, and we have 141 A's, and not everyone wants to do engineering. Sasa basi, you won't have anyone in your class. Moja wawili or something like that. And we're talking about many universities, So now they went, I think, a bit... When it came to the grades they usually look at, or the cutoff points, I think they relaxed a bit, because now, So I was first called to KCA. I was called to do information technology, Bachelor's of Science in Information Technology. So that is I didn't get the architecture. And of course, I only applied to University of Nairobi because that's where my dad had gone. That's where my sister has gone. That's what we all knew. So my dad was like, of course, it's just UN. It's good UN. So I didn't get it. I was called to KCA. So one Sunday after church, just when we were about to start being admitted in September, we decided to pass by KCA and see what the university looked like. So we dropped by KCA, we started walking around, and then coincidentally, I don't know how we found our staff there on Sunday, but it was a staff that worked at the office. And so, so just asking him questions. And so he asked me what course I'll be doing. Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. And he asked me my grade. And I said I got the grade I got. And then he told me, so why were you called for that course? I'm like, that they really undermined you. No, don't come here for that. Oh. Yeah, go and look for something better to do. Yeah, that's what he told me. And this was unofficial. My dad was like, if a staff member is telling you that, then we can't really go there. Yeah. So he told me that for what you got and what they've called you for, no, I think
they're not tallying.
Yeah, they really undermined your potential. And I don't think this is the place that it won't match that. Yeah, so go and get another university and try on a better course.
Do you mind me asking what you got?
Yes, B+.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. So, yeah. And so because the A's were so few, A- and B+, we were there. So many of us, yeah. And now, because now they had also need their standards of admitting, lowered kidogo. So now the A, maybe those popular courses were taking A- and B+ that were, also
higher points.
Yes, higher points. Yeah. So he told me, no, I wouldn't let you be here. I feel like your potential would be best utilized elsewhere. So my dad said, okay, I know someone at the University of Nairobi, ADD. I'll call and ask. Because you chose architecture anyway.
Yeah.
And so I think the starting week, that Monday, he called someone and someone said, okay, she chose architecture because she got B+. We've taken a lot of A- and also my points were not the highest in B+.
Yeah.
So he said, let her do planning.
Oh, urban planning.
Yeah. So my dad was like, what's planning? So he explained. So my dad was like, sawa. So he called me. He's like, you'll do planning. I'm like, what's planning? It's like, you'll go and find out what planning is. Yeah. I was like, okay, planning it is. So I he told me to go to school, pick my application forms, the ones for now getting into uni, because we're also filling them manually. So I go planning, pick my forms, and then I fill them, and then I start planning. Yeah, okay. So now I'm doing planning. Planners, please don't come for me, but no.
Wait, the no part is coming after how long?
The what?
The no part, like no. Because you're already doing the planning.
So okay, first year. Okay, let's start. So now we start planning, yeah? So now we start planning. I do first sem. Okay. And then I do second sem. Okay. But then I'm not settled. It's like, okay, I'm not settled. We'll get into I'm not settled because at that time I didn't know what was the issue. So I'm not settled. So I tell my parents, I don't know if I don't like it, but there's something. They'd be like, give it time. You've just started. I'm like, okay. Second year comes and I'm like, I don't think I like this course. It's boring. I found it boring. And I'm like, the curriculum we are using, the books, they're so old. I think the only person I liked was Ebenezer Howard because of the green spaces. That's really fascinated me. And I was like, okay, at least that's exciting. But other than that, I found the syllabi or whatever what they were using, Aki was very
outdated.
Old. Yeah. And then I didn't like the geospatial part of it. There was a lot of geography. I didn't like geography in high school. I didn't even do it past Form 2. I was like, apana, this one is a bit, it's not, I'm not feeling it. So I tell my parents, I don't think I'm feeling this course. They're like, you'll just finish. Now you're in second. Yes, you just finished. It's 2 years. I'm like, okay. So I continue second. I'm like, hapana. And then I tell my friends jokingly, my friends now we were with in planning. Okay, one day I'll leave this course. One day I'll just not come to class and I'll leave. And we laugh about it and it's a joke. And then, second year goes third year. So I'm in 3.1 now. And I'm still saying as a joke. And I'm telling my parents, this one is not working. There's something. I don't even know. Like there's nothing I'm feeling in this. Absolutely. So I do my 3.1, and then that's in 2019 September. Then 3.2 is COVID year 2020. So we're told our classes have been shifted to online. And you know what? Me, I saw a gateway, and I said, this is the point I'm leaving this course. Because now it's online. I just won't be attending class. And I didn't even talk to my parents about it. And then my friends asked me, oh, we've not been seeing you on online classes. I'm like, oh, me, I'm not attending classes. Like, oh, why? See, I've left.
Oh.
Yeah, I've left.
And school fees has been paid.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, that is a discussion. Oh, yes, school fees has been paid.
Hey.
So
your parents are saying, "Saya, tuendelee na story kwanza."
So I leave. So I've not talked to my parents about it. Me, I'm just not attending class. And then me, I'm just saying, I've left. So they do exams, they don't do exams. So when people are like now, when things start coming back to, and then people start going back to school, I do my letter of deferment. I think it's called that.
And so you wasted the whole semester.
Yeah. And then I take it to the department.
Semester money dustbin.
I don't even say that. See, my dad watches this, he might rethink his decision, but so I take it to the department and tell them I'm deferring, and then they ask me, they're like, I'm figuring a few things out. Yeah, will you come back? I don't know, but we'll see. So I defer. So I go and
this you're on the letter. You're deferring for how long? In the letter.
How long did I write? I think I wrote a year.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I wrote a year.
At this point, have you told your folks?
No, I'm going to tell them now that day.
After you've
after I've submitted that letter, because if I knew I'm a more, I do, and then I apologize. I don't ask for permission, because if I ask for permission, I don't know if I'll ever get the permission to. Sometimes you do and then it works. In this case, it worked, but at that time it wasn't doing like it was gonna work. Yeah.
Hiya. So letter done, going home.
I tell my parents, I have left school. So they're like, okay, so you've left, what do you want to do? It's like, I don't know. Like, okay. So it's like, when I know, I'll come and tell you. So at that time, they didn't express their fear to me. They expressed their fear to themselves. They used to talk to each other. And my mom was very scared. She couldn't believe she has a dropout university daughter. And it didn't help that I was a girl.
Wait, do you have siblings?
I do.
Has any other ever?
None. Okay, and you'll get to understand even with my story that I am the outlier. What is?
Yeah,
I'm the outlier in the. Yeah, I do things that
everyone else is doing this. You're doing this,
yeah.
or you're doing this.
And even my parents will tell you that I think I am the most difficult child. I think so. I want to. They say no, but I know. Yeah, because
how many siblings do you have?
I have 3.
So you're total 4?
Yes. And I'm the middle one. And middle children.
And you're the only child, the only girl?
No, the first one is a girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
So balance, half-half?
Yeah, half-half, yes. So my parents will tell you that they've had quite a different experience parenting me.
I love how you're saying it. A different experience.
Yes, parenting me than parenting the other. Because, and I think that is also where sometimes their hesitation comes from. Because they've not seen other kids doing what I'm doing, other siblings. And so they're like, okay, so will that work? Are you sure about that?
Wait. These are the siblings. So you're middle child. You're number 2.
I'm number 2.
Number 2.
Yes.
Is number 1 big? Is there a big age difference?
It's not. It's just a year. But because she's very...
Type A personality.
Yes, she's very straight. It looks like there's a big age gap. Because, it just looks... Because her life has been very straight. Yes. She's gone to high school. She's gone to uni. She's finished. She did her law course. She finished. She went to KSL, she finished. And then she got a job. And you see mine, I've taken so long to get to where she is. I've not even gotten where she is yet. But there's just
the path is different. It's
it's meandered.
It's an artist's path.
Kabisa. Yeah. So, and the one who follows me, he's a very straight boy also. He knows what he wants. He follows through. And so because of that also, his path is also I feel like it's very clear. With me, it's kind of like, We don't know what she's gonna tell us tomorrow, and you'll and we'll go into that even as we talk about my career and what I want to do. It's like, this one today she might wake up and this is what she's telling us. So with them, they've just learned to parent me like that. So they listen to what I have to say. They're like, oh, okay, we'll see how that goes. It's
so at that time, that was the reception. They're chatting in the background, but your first reception is like, okay, what will you do?
Yeah,
okay, we will see.
That was yes, that's how they received me. Okay, but between themselves, they were really worried. Now they've paid fees. I've gotten to third year. I've not finished, and now I'm at home. So I took a gap year for a whole year.
You were so close to finishing.
I was so close. But that's what I hated about people telling me Sungemaliza too. But because I was like, you guys don't understand the struggle. It's not about just finishing. I just don't want to just finish. Yeah. I'm like, I'm really struggling with this course.
Just
and I don't
finish Maliza
I'm
too.
like, no, it's not about that. I'm like, I really...
For you, what was it about?
I want to finish and finish well. I want to do something that I can say I've proudly finished this course. You know the way sometimes you can do something, and even when you're talking to people about it, you're like, I am an interior designer, and you're saying it with your chest. I wanted something like that. But planning was not cutting it for me. No. That. And then saying I'm a planner. Aki, cut out this part, but because planners will come for me. It was not me, it was just not sitting well.
But it's your experience even if they come for you.
And so I stayed home for a year.
What are you doing during this period?
Nothing, watching movies and reading books.
What kind of books are you reading?
I was reading a lot of self-help books. At that time, I hadn't realized how much I love African literature. Now I read a lot of African literature. But at that time, I was reading a lot of self-help books. And then watching a lot of movies. And then I was basically the help at home. I used to do a lot of chores. So everyone would leave to go to wherever they're going. And then they just leave me in the house.
Yeah, at that time, for context, did you guys have a help at home?
No, I was a help. Now, because now I'm at home. Yeah. So they're like, okay, as you figure out what you want to do, you might as well help around in the house. Yeah. So I was the help at that time. I was doing everything. I used to cook. I used to have a routine. I'd wake up, watch movies until around 4 p.m. Then start doing the dishes.
Wait. Until 4 p.m.?
Yeah. I'd wake up, watch movies.
You're the help. You're not even making people breakfast?
Okay, now house people don't.
They're not breakfast people.
Yeah, people just leave. They start eating maybe from around, like personally, I can't eat earlier than 11. So people are like that in the house. Breakfast is not really
so it's like, in the morning, people are just figuring themselves out and then they go. So you're just chilling, movie, 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock when I know people are about to come. So when I start doing things, I do the dishes. I tidy up around the house, whatever I'm supposed to do. And then I start preparing supper at around 6 or 7. Yeah.
So you've not even eaten lunch? At that point,
was how was my routine was crazy at that time. I was really, really relaxed. I'd eat when I feel like, or if I don't feel like, or sometimes I say if I'm cooking something nice for supper, I'll wait for supper. Yeah, when you're staying at home and you're not doing a lot, you sometimes even forget you haven't eaten. Yeah. So that was my life.
Then it clocks 1 year.
Then one time I was watching a movie. And it had nothing to do with interior design, but I can call it an epiphany. Interior design just came to my head.
Just the word
interior design. Just that. I wasn't even watching a movie related to houses or anything like that.
Wait, had you ever known what interior design is?
Yes.
Ulikuwa umesikia?
I knew it.
Where did you know it from?
Where did I know it from? Let me see where I knew it from.
Either from the courses, the lists on that sheet that you were filling? No.
It was not there. Okay, so when I first joined uni, interior design had not been put as its own course in UN.
Yes, I know.
It had not.
It used to and then you branch.
Unit in art, under art and design. So I don't know how I knew it, but I knew it. I'm trying to figure out how I knew it. But I could think when I was younger, I used to watch a lot of renovation shows.
Okay.
Property renovation shows. So I used to see people, those ladies who walk in with iPads, talking about what spaces is gonna be, what they're gonna do. But I was very oblivious. I just used to enjoy watching and seeing how beautiful a house looks and all that. But that was I was so young. I didn't even think much later it was something I would pursue. So I knew that work. So even when I interior design, I knew exactly what it was. But I didn't know the nitty-gritties of it. I knew I can be part of creating a space. That's the much I knew. And then I said, okay, I think I can do that. I just thought about it. And that's what I'm saying. It came to me as an epiphany almost. So I'm like, I think I can do that. So in the evening, I told my parents, oh, now I know what I want to. It had been a year now. I'd been in the house for a year. So it's like, oh, now I know what I want to do. They're like, okay, so what do you want to do? Interior design. They're like, have you figured out where? Like, no. Okay, go and figure out where then. So I went back to UN because that's where I was. And then
it's still within ADD.
Yes. So they had just now separated it to be a course on its own, where when you're applying for bachelor's in interior design. So now I need to do a departmental transfer because remember I had deferred. I didn't tell them I want to transfer. Now I need to transfer from planning to come to Department of Art and Design. And then now I enroll for interior design. And that was a whole problem. And I think sometimes the systems in our public universities are so frustrating because the transfer was very frustrating.
Really?
It was very frustrating. There was a lot of back and forth. I remember I used to go to class, and then after my class, I'd spend the whole afternoon running from one department to the other. They send me to main campus. They bring me back.
But what are you going to class and you've deferred? And then you're trying to get into this other course. So which class are you in, this course or in this one?
No, not in this one. Okay, so the thing is, because I realized what I wanted to do, the classes for interior design had already started.
Also, you can get into class before the official transfer.
Or am I getting my account wrong? Because I know there's a story I'm skipping. I'm sorry. Okay, so I defer, and then I go and look, and there's like, yes, the course is now being offered. And then now they tell me I need to write to the Department of Art and Design and tell them, because I was not picked to do interior design. So I need to tell them that I want to transfer to their faculty, their department, to the department. And then I need to take a letter to the registrar of academics or something. And then they need to approve that to actually allow me to start. That's the bit I'm skipping. Okay, so now when they tell me that my deferment letter is here, I need to write a letter to the department requesting to be admitted, and then another letter.
This department now is the
art and design department, and then now another. I need to write another letter to, I think, the academic registrar requesting the same, because I was not called for that course. And then when I was going into university, the course interior design was not there on its own. I need to explain myself, like yes. If I wanted to come in as an old student.
What does old student mean in that context? In that context now.
Fees. So when 4 years later, I'm starting again, fees is very high. We've moved from 26,000 a year. I think it went to 50 towards 100 or 100.
Wait, 26,000 a year was parallel?
Was, yes.
That sounded like JAB.
Yes.
But you are not coming in as JAB.
So now
you were admitted for urban as JAB.
Yes.
But you had been called for this other one at KCA. They allowed you to just transfer.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Because so when my dad
of the connection
to this person,
okay,
so I was admitted as because of course the story with my grades, they're like, okay, your grades match, you can do planning.
Okay. Yes. So you are fortunate that they allowed that transfer from this uni to this one still under JAB.
Under JAB, yes.
Okay.
But I did a lot of trips to KU, which is this body? KUCCPS.
I don't know which one that is.
KUCCPS is when you want to do inter-university transfer.
Where?
COOPS.
Where?
Yes. COOPS. I did a lot of trips to COOPS, trying to transfer from one university, KCA, to UN. Yes. So I handled that alone. So once that was done, I was under JAB still. So I come and I tell them, I want to transfer to this other course, but you see me want to still do it under JAB. This is the third. Is it the third time or the second time? Whatever time. We're not keeping count. So, let me tell you, I can say that was an angel in disguise, because one of my friends who we were with in planning class, her mom was the academic registrar that period.
Oh.
So when she graduated, of course, I went for a graduation and we met with her mom there.
Yeah, because this was third year, second sem, you've taken a year break, so people are
People have
finishing.
graduated, yeah. So me,
So you are not even feeling FOMO. You're just like, me, I don't want this.
me, I don't
I'm
want
figuring
this.
myself
Yeah, I'm
out.
figuring myself
Okay,
out.
I love it. If I could high five you from there. No, you're chukwa high five. Not
yeah.
following just people flowing everywhere. You know, they say it's only dead fish that flow with the waves.
It's given my
You
parents
have
a bit
to
of a
swim.
heart attack and headaches, but if you say you're proud of me, I'm proud of me too. But my
Hiya.
parents, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I meet
Let
my
me
friends.
clarify why I'm saying I'm proud of you is you're not just confining for the sake of confining and doing because you want to do. And it's not like you're saying you're lazy.
Yeah.
You understand? You know,
Yeah.
there's a difference of just a chill, just chilling and waiting to, me, I don't want to get tired, But
Yeah.
there's this ones of like, I am sure this is not it. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Then you figured it out and you're like, you know what, this is what you're doing. You're graduating in Munite, Nikuje. It is okay, but there's no at, oh my God, I should have just finished.
I went for all my friends' graduation parties. I was the constant. I went for all of them. Hata zile ziko out of town. There's one in Embu. I went for that one too. And my parents were just like, "Oh, so you are going for your friend's graduation and you've not graduated?"
Yeah.
But they've invited me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going.
Yeah.
So I met my friend's mom there during her graduation. And then now when I was taking the letter to main campus, there was a long line of people who wanted to transfer. Either to defer or to transfer or to everyone had something there, but everyone was holding a letter. So it was in the afternoon, heading towards 4 p.m. And around 3 something, she leaves her office briefly to check how long the line is. Because I think they'd been serving people since that period is usually, I think, very hectic.
Yeah.
People want to transfer, people want to defer, there's a lot. So she just checked, she left her office to check how long the line is. And then she saw me. And then she's like, you're here, come. I was at the back of the line. She's like, come. I go in with my letter, leave everyone there on the line.
Yeah.
I go in.
You're feeling
I'm feeling it.
Escort, presidential escort.
So then she called me, hiya, you're here, come. And me, I go in. So I sit with her in her office. I explain to her what's happening. It's like, okay, so I'll leave a letter. I'll see what I can do about it. So me, I went home happy. Yeah. And then now she was telling me this much later after I'd graduated. I went to see her just to tell her thank you.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
So she was telling me, in fact, I set a precedent because my case was the first one of someone who'd gotten that far and then now wanted to start a whole different course in a course that was not in the university before.
Yeah.
And that is what she told me she used as leverage to allow me to actually go in. First of all, as job, or even to go in, because if I was
At
to
all.
go in, yes, at all. Because she was like, her colleagues were like, no, we can't allow that. That's not
Proper.
Yeah, like we've not even heard of that. Like, who does that?
Yeah.
But she was like, okay, we can't deny someone an opportunity to pursue her dream. And yet, when she first came to the university, we're not offering that.
Yeah.
You see, if we're offering that and she didn't apply for it, and now she wants to take it, that's different.
You are lucky.
I was so lucky. And she was telling me, if I missed her, I don't think I would have. And that would have frustrated me even more because now, where am I going after
It was
that?
just like an angel. Like it was just right time, right place, good luck, like a mix of fate.
Absolutely. I told her she was at the right place at the right time. She was sent there because I don't think I would have figured out what next.
And even you going for those graduations. They helped.
Yeah.
You didn't have met.
I wouldn't have met her, mom. So I'm even glad I went for that. Sometimes you see how things align when you trust the universe.
Wait, this one, the
align.
graduation was? Where was this particular graduation?
This one was in Nairobi. It
Oh,
was
it
somewhere
was
in
within.
Botanical Gardens, I think, in Karen. Somewhere
So
around
that
there,
was within.
That was within.
Hey?
So now, because I didn't know this, but internally, on her side, there was a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of back and forth with my case. But she was like, she's my daughter's friend. I have to help her. In her, not now telling people, her colleagues, but just inside her. It's like, she's my daughter's friend. I have to help her.
So then, now you take the course, yeah?
Yes.
You do, during that period, do you do any internship in between?
No. So now my internship story will come. So now, you know me, I'm the oldest in class. I'm studying with people who are 4 years younger than me. They're practically in class 8 when I was in Form 4. Yeah. So for me, because my age mates are working, some of them are doing internships, some of them are looking for scholarship opportunities for their masters, I feel like because I don't want to be too behind, I want to be very proactive. So I sit down. Of course, I had already been very frustrated with the system transferring in your N. I cried in offices, and then that ended. I finally sorted whatever that was, and then now I'm settled. Now I'm doing interior design. So I sit down, I look at all the interior design companies that exist, the ones I could find on the internet.
Yeah,
this is first year.
Okay.
I've just gotten in all of them that I could find on the internet, and then I start sending out applications, emails
For
rather.
what?
I wanted to work as I study, but I was telling them in the emails, I am not experienced. I want to learn. I'm looking for opportunities to learn. So it's a volunteer for me. Like you don't have to give me anything monetary wise. So I sent emails. Not even a single response to date. Not even one. Yani mpaka I was asking, even to volunteer, I just want to learn.
You know, it's so much work.
But after listening to your podcast, I learned when you were saying sometimes firms don't have the capacity for you to be seated, occupying space, and you're learning.
Yeah.
That space could be given to someone who knows actually what they're doing. And so
it's sad.
It's sad because I'm wondering, okay, so where do people even get the experience? Because most jobs are asking for 2 years, 3 years, 1 year experience. Where is it coming from?
And I'm volunteer. I'm not even asking for internship.
I'm volunteer. Yeah, because I just wanted to sit and see, okay, the softwares you're using, maybe learn how to use them when you go to site. I was really excited about site. I had never been to a site before, but now I was curious, how do people actually build houses? What happens? Like, how does it start? Yeah. So I was even saying, if I do get into interior design and I start working, I say, I want the site jobs. Give me all the site jobs.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted those ones. Because also I think I discovered even in school, the softwares were giving me a bit of a problem. I later settled on SketchUp. I'm really good with SketchUp. But things like ArchiCAD and ArchiCAD.
Because SketchUp is more like modeling, a lot more modeling. ArchiCAD does a lot of now the other layouting.
Yes,
and
the other
line work.
I don't know. I like how SketchUp brings. There's so much life to the models. And I play around with them. I like it. But the other one is there's a lot of. I usually find there's a lot of line work, and even even when you're placing things in the model, they don't come as colorful as SketchUp. They come as symbols almost. So that I wasn't really excited about that. So I wanted to. I would learn, yes, when I'm there, but I really wanted to be on site, like site work.
So wait, before you even go very fast, so now you've done this many applications, you've not gotten anything. Years are still moving, right? Or that's still within that 1 year?
That's 1 year. That's just still within first year, first semester. I was in first year, first semester. So what I decided I'd do is I would wake up one day. I had a list of my interior design firms, and I said I'd walk from one to the next, looking for the same opportunities. So I woke up early one morning. Then I started walking from one interior design firm to the next. And I go and ask, I have classes in the morning, but I could be coming in the afternoon to learn. I just want to learn. And they give me a visitor's book, tell me, right here and your purpose of visit, we'll get back to you. I walked to, I think, 10 of them on that day. I was exhausted.
That's within Nairobi CBD or Westlands, or do you remember?
Within those sites for Yaya, coming to 4 Points by Sheraton. I think.
So you're going down as well, you're going to Hurlingham.
Yes, those around that area. So I walked from one to the next just using Google Maps. I was exhausted. I slept that night, and the next morning I said, I'm never gonna do that again. Because I can't even articulate that kind of tired. I don't think I've ever felt that. Not even after a hike. I was exhausted. I don't know what that exhaustion was. So that's what happened. So I didn't hear anything. And so I decided, oh, okay, sawa, well. Then in my class, there used to be a teaching assistant. And she was in now this WhatsApp group. And I asked her.
The class WhatsApp group now?
No.
This other one for
yes. This other for interior designers, no.
Not yet now.
The one
we are in.
Yes.
Oh.
So she was there. And I told her, I'm looking for an opportunity to learn. Do you have a practice? She's like, no, right now I outsource things for people like throw pillows and curtains and all that. So I can't tell you I have a practice yet. I'm building up to it. But I'll put you in this group and then you can ask there. So she put me in the group. I think I introduced myself and said that, never heard back from anyone. So that was that. So I decided, okay, so this is not working. What next?
This is at what point now we are in?
We are still in first year.
Okay.
Actually, it feels long, yeah? We're still in first year. Yeah. This is not working. I'm not getting it. Opportunities to learn. So, we leave that. I decided to take an online virtual assistant course. So I with ALX, they had I think it was 3 months virtual assistant course, or slightly short. I don't remember the time, but I did that, and then I graduated, and then I started advertising myself as a virtual assistant on the side now.
So now you've left interior design kabisa.
Whatever. Now I'm not looking on that side anymore. I decided to look for something else. And then because I'm very organized, I like organizing things. I like organizing people. I just like organizing, making things move because I like things that move. So I decided, okay, let me try and become a personal assistant and organize someone's schedule, their day, things they need to do. So I did the virtual course, the LX. I finished, I graduated, I started advertising my services. I remember even at this time, I am now with AK. Yeah, so I am very proactive.
There at AK at what year?
First year. I joined in first year. I was doing everything in first year because now, unajua sasa ni kama umechanuka. You're not in...
Ulikuwa na 1 year of sleeping and watching movies, and then when the stamina and momentum hit, you were on the...
I was on a roll. I was like, I'm taking every opportunity I get. And then now, because remember... my peers are working and they're, yes. So I kind of like don't want to feel behind.
And they're earning.
Yes. I don't want to wait and finish 4 years later. And now is when I'm starting to figure out, oh, there's this. Oh, I should have. No, I wanted now. Because this is what I've decided I'm going to do. I'm going to start again. Nitaanza kuchangamkia hapa here in first year. So me now I'm serving at AK. I volunteer when they have activities like dinners. I'm the one ushering people, registration desk, niko hapo. I was very, very proactive. So I'm there. And so I did this course, and then I started advertising myself also. If you want like a remote like virtual assistant, also reach out to me.
Wait, at this time, are you still interim?
I don't know if elections had been held, but if they had been held, I was now the student rep. Oh. Because I'm a student, that's the only thing I can get, student rep. So even secretary, I cannot. Yes. That one they had just put kushikilia too.
Because there is no other people who had come up.
Yes. Higher. So at this time, even if I am the student rep now.
Okay.
So now I'm starting to organize. I remember
So this advertising yourself as a virtual assistant, where are you doing it?
WhatsApp groups. In the WhatsApp groups that I'm in that are related to the built environment.
I think I'm late. Do you know me? I started joining these groups this year.
What? Me first year I was there. Kondani. I'm telling you. So I'm a graduate. I'm a student rep at that time. And I started thinking about what initiatives I can do so that I can keep being more proactive. So I pioneered an initiative called Campus Tours, where we used to go from campus to campus offering interior design as a course. And then we create awareness on the importance of being a student member of AK.
Wait, you've said interior design as a course?
Yes. Not as a unit. Oh. You see like NIT. Oh. Like we went to NIT. We went to BIFA. We went to TUK. Because TUK also, I think, didn't have it. But because I know we went to TUK. We never really ended up going to UN. But we did
does
go to
TUK have ID?
It does. We talk to ID students there. But I don't know if theirs is under art and design. But
but you did talk to...
We did talk to Nini. But I know the ones that focuses on it, Kabisa, NIT and BIFA.
Oh, so all these things are Nairobi campuses.
Yes.
You guys didn't go outside.
We were supposed to go to Maseno, but we didn't get to Maseno. logistics and finances were a bit tight, so we didn't get to Maseno, but we did the Nairobi campuses. I know we were supposed to go to like Ikigai. We never got to go there, but by the time my term was finishing, we had only gotten to go to at least, I think, three or four institutions as a student rep. So the person who was coming after, I told them to take over and now I organize. It's been a bit, it's not been consistent the way I would have wanted to, but yeah.
Wait, let me reel you back in a little. So you're advertising in these WhatsApp groups.
Yes.
That you're doing virtual assistant work.
Yes.
So it was still kind of focused within the built environment. Kind of, because these WhatsApp groups ni watu wa built environments.
But isn't the WhatsApp group, Nico? If there were others I was in, hata huko ninge-advertise. At this
so
level,
for you, it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. I just wanted to be a virtual assistant. It didn't matter that it would be for an interior designer or a construction manager or an architect. No.
So did you get any?
Assistant. I did. But she was referred to me by a construction manager, but she was not in the built environment.
How long did you do that?
2 months. And then I quit.
What?
Yeah. No, I'm not problematic. No, I'll tell you why I quit. No, I'll tell you why I quit. It was valid.
Yeah, tell me.
So
don't mention the person or the place.
No. Hey, that one I can't. Woo. Hey, you never know where these videos land. Where? So she was stepping down from a position. And she was starting her own consultancy practice. So she was looking for a personal assistant to help her build a consultancy practice. So that is where I'm coming in as a personal assistant. We talk about my salary, which I was okay with. It was not my first salary. I started working immediately after Form 4. I did my first job at a German institute. I was supervising their exhibition. That's when I got my first salary, which I was very excited about. So I've been working since after Form 4. And I'll also mention that my parents are not too happy about that because I was always going. So, where are you going? You've just finished Form 4. Like, but I'm working. But which job is that? But anyway, yeah. Because in high school I studied German. So I went to the German Institute and I was like, oh, do you have things to do here? Oh yeah, come in, supervise exhibitions. Yes, I get paid. And my parents were like, ata utuli, But anyway, okay, so back to this story. This is not my first salary, but I'm getting paid, and it's I think it's the highest I ever earned. And so sawa, I'm okay with it. The job is mostly I do it from home, but once in a while we have meetings. Like once every week we have a meeting. And so she picks the location and all that. And then she also told me that she's gonna be deducting my withholding tax. I'm like, okay, I didn't know what that was at that time. So I was like, oh, okay. What percentage? 5%. It's like, oh, okay. So I start working 1 month. The first month, may expect I'm just going to be paid after 1 month of working. The month is over, but siku zinaenda too. And then so I ask, okay, so will I like my pay for this month? And then she sends me half of it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So she's like, oh, I'll send you the other half. I'm like, sawa. 1 week goes by. And then there's no other half. So I ask again, the other half. And then she's like, oh, I'm going to send. And then a few days later go by, and then she sends. Remember, she's cutting 5%. But what I didn't know is when someone files your withholding tax, you need to get
You'll get that nini from when it's filed. You'll receive it on email.
Me, I never got anything like that. I didn't know that. So
you can't even see the certificate.
No, she never filed. She was lying. She was lying to me that she was filing, but she was cutting me, but she never filed it. No, me, I didn't know that you're supposed to get anything. So me, in my head, she's filing. I came to learn much later that you're supposed to get something. Me, I didn't know. So according to her, she's filing. And I think what usually hurts me most about that experience, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but maybe you might cut it out, is that she was what do you call these people in church? She had a pastoral role.
Hi. Lynette. I was not ready for this.
You're not ready for this. I'm telling you, mine is like this. It's not gonna take you where you are used to going.
Hi.
So now you see we're in Timbuktu already. But anyway. So she had that. I think that's what really annoyed me about that.
The
fact that she was in church.
And?
Like she was a church person.
And
she lied about cutting my salary.
Oh.
And submitting it as withholding tax. Much later, I was getting annoyed much later about it. After I realized, Kume, this lady was not filing things. But her, according to Ananini, my 5% withholding tax. But me, much later, I was like, you mean she was in church and she's even a liar? But anyway, that month goes by, we've struggled. The next month has started.
I was not ready for this interview, guys. Let me just laugh for 2 minutes.
Okay. So the next month starts. Remember, I have followed up my salary half the month. So the second month is ending. The second month is already ending. So we are starting again. I give it a week. She's not talking about salary, but she's giving me tasks to do.
Has she finished the other month's salary?
The first month, yes. She's finished.
Finished in between this other month.
This other month. So the month is over. She's giving me tasks. Me, I'm not hearing her saying when she's going to pay me. So 1 week after the first month in, so I asked, she's like, yes, I'm going to send. The second week in Aisha, I remind her. She sends me.
So who is reaching out, you or
me?
her? Or
she
there's
never
no
talks about money. She talks about everything else other than money. Tasks, things to do. She's sending me those. Everything else other than money. Sawa. So she does that. She sends me half, and I'm like, hey. So I sat now talking about the other half, and I said, I can't do this. I can't do this because the thing about me, and I tell everyone, me, I'm a worker. If I work for you, I'm a worker. And you will get every... Me ujituma, by the way. And it so happens that there's nothing I don't know that I cannot figure out. I think that's the one thing I can say I'm really good at, figuring things out. I don't know now, but I will figure it out. And I will figure it. And I'm also a fixer and a solution person. I'm very solution-oriented. You come to me with a problem, I'll come to you with a solution. I'll tell you, okay, I'll figure it out. And I will figure it out. So it pains me that I could build you and I'm really struggling to even for you to... So sometimes I wonder, don't you see my value? Or doesn't pay have anything to do with value? It's really, I just wonder. Like when I'm working for you, you don't see my value for you to remember you need to pay me. Like,
or is it that she didn't have?
What?
The money.
She didn't. Because she was starting a practice. But you see that my challenge is you cannot hire someone and you cannot afford to pay them. Personally, I don't think it's right. Yeah. And even in starting my initiative, I said, I will not get anyone on board if I cannot afford to pay them. That is unfair. Because you don't know what circumstances that person is coming in. Unless they've said, I'm coming in as a volunteer. I'm willing to volunteer my time and my skills. Don't pay me anything. I just want to be in this as a form of experience. Please come. But if I want a job that you've not said you're volunteering for, I've said that's something I'm not going to do. Because of what I've experienced. And it pains me because I dedicate so much time. And it's like you forget. I don't know if you forget. I don't understand.
Yeah. And then the worst thing is, I think there may be challenges, but I think the worst thing was just not communicating. It's uncomfortable, yes. But you can just tell someone, by the way, there's this, and it's delaying, and this is what I'm planning to do. At least it makes someone feel a bit, okay, we are together.
Yeah.
Tuko pamoja,
yeah. Like, yes, because as we're starting out, maybe they say, give me a week and I'll sort you out. And I'm hoping a week I won't remind you because it makes me very uncomfortable to remind my employer about my salary because it makes me question, don't you see my worth? Like, do you value the work I do for you? Yeah, because why do I have to remind you? And when you hosted Claire and she said her staff says thank you for paying us on time. I felt that. That was personal to me. She spoke to me. I felt that. I was like, yeah, thank you too for paying them on time. Thank you too. Yeah. I was like, that was me. I felt that. Yeah. And I'm happy that I'm happy to hear that. And I'm really happy that they actually told her that. Because I don't know if employees know how grateful we usually are when we get salaries on time. And that's only because you don't know what people are going through everything financially. People are supporting their parents, their siblings, wanasomesha sijui kina nani. They are paying rent. They have sijui things due. They're paying housekeeping managers. And so when you delay, communicating is good, but there's a lot. You're frustrating someone somewhere, depending on whatever financial responsibilities they have. So me at that time, because I had started school again, I was really reluctant to borrow my dad money, pocket money. So that's why I wanted this job, so that he pays the fees, because now he's paying fees again.
So wait, at this time, has he outrightly told you, or now you umejituma to like?
I've done enough. Nimewafanyia enough. So he didn't tell me. No, me tu nimejituma. Ndo hata mi niwaonyeshe. You see, okay, I'm meaning the consequences of my decision. Hata mi nazibeba, Tunashare, yeah. I'm not only letting you, ati now you're paying school fees all over again. Because you ended up paying school fees for 7 years. Like, I'm a doctor. You could call me a doctor now. Yeah. I mean, I could qualify. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm not a doctor, but I mean, I could qualify if I wanted
Dr. Lynette.
Yeah. Daktari.
Dr. Humanitarian Interior Designer.
Daktari,
Urban Planner.
So I said, okay, I'm going to look for jobs and do my pocket money. And then my dad can keep paying my fees.
Oh.
So this one was supposed to be my pocket money for school. That's what I was using it for. And so I was feeling very bad every time it delayed. Because, with our course being very
practical, you need to buy things.
Everything. Sijui
Manila paper.
Sijui dini.
Crayons.
Sugar paper. Sijui paint. Sijui all this. There's so many papers. I'm like, I've never had this different types of papers ever. They're all tracing papers. Sijui carbon paper. Sijui crepe paper. There's so much. So, there's everything, and then you need to keep buying. Kila wiki there's a project, you're like, board. There's the what board? There's the ivory board, and there's this other board, mounting board. There's this other board,
and then the cutters.
And the cutters and the blades and the guy. And so I'm like, apana, this so me. Once she paid me that, now the second month, she paid me my final amount of money, which was towards the end of that month. I said, that's it. The money that she's left with, because she was left with my salary for, I think, the first week, if you can divide the salary into 4 years. I said, I don't want, ikigai. I can, and I think it even cost me PTSD these days. When I go to work for someone, and maybe, because I've done social media management gigs on the side, my contract usually says first of every month. Yeah. By the first of, it's given me PTSD to the point. Yeah, when you're just like, I need money, but I don't know when I'm going to get.
Wait till you do consultancy.
Kama nitathrive. I don't know kama nitaweza sasa. Because, guys, I'll get that now there.
1 week is not even a problem.
3
2
months.
weeks is not. 3 months.
6 months. 1 year. 2 years. What's going on?
You're playing. People think like you're sitting on money, and it's like you're just operating there with just cash flow. And you can send an invoice. So let me say, for example, my experience. I won't talk about everyone else. So there's this particular client. I won't mention timelines so that mtu asishikanishe, sindo?
Yeah.
But there's this particular client. If I'm to just put an average of how his payment sequence is, or their payment sequence is you send, let's say, this month, you follow up for the next 7 months. By the 3rd month or 2nd month, another payment is due.
Yeah.
You can't even raise that because we're still chasing the other
one.
So you're paid like 9 months later. Then you've not started even. So in between, so kuna imekuja maybe month 2, there's a small payment, and then after month 6, juu umeendelea kazi.
Yeah.
Because okay, traditionally how my contract is, if I was to be very strict,
Yeah.
again, now there's an issue with the industry. May I have a contract with payment terms and whatever, and I'm not supposed to move to like the next stage until you finished the previous one. But now there's also another challenge where that is good on paper, but now practically, sometimes there's those ones of like, we will sort this and this. So you try to be a little bit flexible, but it comes and bites you in the ass. And then if you're too rigid, it's those ones of like, that one is usually difficult to work with. It's such a, I don't know how to put it. You get, it's such
like you can't strike the perfect balance between
like I'm being a bit flexible and I'm also firm, because if you go all the way firm, it's always those ones of like, huyu anatafutanga pesa kila wakati. And then if you're nini, remember you have teams, you have work that you're doing, you need to pay things. You know, you're running a business, not a charity at the end of the day. You get, so these kuna hiyo. And so imagine, so maybe you have 2 other payments in between, or let's say even one in between, you know, because now you do a lot of work, then you do another catch up of a payment. So ulipo hiyo time, and then now it takes you another like 6 months for them to even acknowledge that they owe you this. And then they start asking you, okay, now start defending why. And the contract, for example, shows if I do this and submit, this is a payment. You've shown. And so what I usually do, I highlight on the contract, like, I'm billing you, I send you a pro forma invoice, I highlight a snippet of the contract saying this is what I'm billing for, I send to you, then I show you this is what I've submitted as per this, you know, and they still ask you, we don't understand what you're billing for.
But you've done the work.
You've done the work which they're using. Let's start slowly. Let me take you slowly. You've done the work which they're using very well. They've commented. We are progressing. See, to the next stage. You know. You have sent a pro forma invoice. You've done a snippet of the contract and the payment terms and highlighted and said, I am billing for this stage, of which I submitted A, B, C, D items, which they have been using. And they still will ask you, just explain what this thing up is. You get, so what I would say, some experiences that I've had, it's not a matter of how hard you're working. It's not a matter of they don't understand what you're doing. I think, in my experience, other people can share theirs. This is mine. So even if you want to come at me at the comment section, it is okay. You get, in my experience, I feel like it's a matter of either you're looking for free work.
Okay.
You feel like you're too good. Like I'm doing you a favor. So why are you asking me? Why are you chasing me? And why are you billing me? Or you just feel like, you know what? Yeah, I know you deserve it. I know, I understand what you're doing, but I just don't pay. I just don't feel like paying. Do you know there's one who actually told me to my face, but a lot of things were said, but they more or less told me, no. You know, there are many people who are reaching out to me wanting free work, want to do for me free work.
Go to them. Yeah, go to them.
But you can go. Like, well, you don't have to, you know, by this, sometimes you can just talk to Lynette and tell them, oh, by the way, Lynette, we've been doing ABCD, but where we are reaching, I'm feeling, you know, you can always terminate a contract at any point, guys. There's just a way you'll terminate. For example, maybe let's say for notice. Salary, let's say if it's a salaried person, we terminate by saying, give me a 2 months notice on my side or your side. Yeah. That is the most common one. If it is a contract, let's say, whatever, you can say you need to have handed ABCD and we'll pay a fee of a certain amount just to close it off, na tuachane rosafi. Or even me, I can just tell you, it's okay, no bad blood, let me move on. But now you're lingering there and you're feeling like I should never ask you for the payment because people are offering you free work. Now what is that? Even worse, there's one who told me, you know, Abigail, don't ever, so I'd done work and then they told me, oh, they had promised me, let's say a line of work, you'll do this, this and this, so let's start with this one. So me nishakupea a fee of this one, knowing ile, okay, I'll reduce nini because we are looking at the bigger picture, for example, and then someone tells you, now the second one, imefika, tufanye. They tell you, oh, by then nitumie fee proposal, let's say. Then I send you the fee proposal. And then when I send, you tell me, by the way, you need to understand that the work I give you is not for you to make profit or any money. Go and make money from other clients. What are we doing? I'm not running a charity.
How are we keeping the lights on?
I'm not running a charity.
Yeah.
I'm
How are
not
you
running a
giving the
charity.
right-
And mark you, me, I'm not even an expensive designer in Nairobi. You get? So if I was at a top-notch expensive designer, I would be talking other things. You understand?
You wouldn't even be talking to them. Those ones won't be your clients.
You get?
Yeah.
So I don't even know how we got into this conversation, but we've digressed and we will come back.
We'll
Yeah,
come back,
but
yeah.
you get?
Yes, I
Yeah.
understand.
So sometimes
Yeah.
it's just a different. It's tough even for anyone who wants to. Oh, I was telling you're talking about 1 week. You're talking about 2 weeks. By the time you're running a business in Nairobi, you need cash flow.
You need cash flow. That's
Cash. You need like a nice big cash flow. Even if the payments are being delayed, you're chasing, you're doing this and that. You have something to kind of run other things. You
Other
understand?
things, yeah.
But if you are, and this is advice I'm telling you guys, don't enter into business or say, oh, I'm starting my own interior design firm. Tutajua uko mbele. I'm telling you for free, don't do that. Have something.
Yeah.
Have something. And even if you're saying you'll do as you go, have your team as lean as possible, so that you're always left with such a big chunk as a buffer at the end to just keep things running. Because sometimes you figure a client decides. So this one I'm talking from different experiences because I interact with also a lot of people. They tell you, oh, but that project, so maybe you've designed a project and then it didn't kick off on site. They tell you, oh, sasa agenda site. So you get. So now you've been doing banking on that. You have a team, so you have to pay.
Yes.
You get.
Yeah.
So what I'm just telling people, it is tough. You just need to be adaptable. I'm not saying run away from the industry. I'm just saying have a car bag. You know, have a car, whatever. Because you say at 1 week, it will be stressing you. You will be crying every week. I am telling you. You will not be paying your people. You get. You will not be paying yourself. You get. You'll be moving around and feeling like you hate the thing.
Yeah. Or
You
even
get
what you're doing.
Yeah. So get into it, just knowing that, you know what, I'll either put my thing as lean as possible or hire even volunteers or hire. Just tell people upright. Me, I'm starting, for example, a farm. This is my ability at this point. If it makes sense for you, you're very welcome. On the day you're able to pay them comfortably more and still have a kitita cha pesa,
On the side,
then you're good.
You're good.
But don't at anyway, I have digressed. But
No, but
let
but
me not
that's good.
to you.
No, but that's good. That's good because I think even at that time I didn't for me I didn't understand it in that way because I had also not worked so much, and even the places I had worked, like for the German Institute, it was a whole established institute. So when they say it's this, and then they're Germans, when they say it's this date, it is that day. Like it is that day. In fact, they give you an envelope. They never used to do bank or anything. They used to pay cash. And they give you that envelope on that day.
And leave alone even that. Leave alone, you do even work and then a client tells you, oh, by the way, me, I don't feel like paying you. And they just tell you. And then maybe you have how many thousands? Watch on 10,000, 100,000. They have money. If you're to sit there and just collect your things, you're feeling like, me, I would be good. I would have invested in A, B, C, D, because you're working really hard. So the challenging thing is you can work in this industry. And I'm just saying it for my experience. I don't know other people's experience, but you can find yourself working really hard. You're always busy, but you're always broke.
That's true.
You get, you're always busy, but you're always broke. And not because, and your team will never understand, or you yourself, you're not even understanding because you're like, but this person, the same question you're asking, Kwani they're not seeing my value. Kwani I'm not doing what they're supposed to do. When we meet you,
and your work, you don't see your work progressing to feel like I deserve to be paid.
Now it's those ones of, again, they want you to, sorry to use this word, to kiss us again to get the payment that you need to be paid. You understand? So it's a bit tough. So even as you're getting into the industry, have a bit of a thick skin, get into it knowing that you need contingency. And then there's also the flows of systems. If you really don't have a consistent, what's it called? Client base or project, like I always get projects, these downtimes. There are some interior designers who've never had downtime, but there's usually a certain period where you can go even 6 months, no work. You've gotten 3 months of work and you have, for example, let's use an example of a team to just show the extremity, because some designers just work alone. But let me use purpose of a team because now people are looking at you. So to say 6 months, there are people who are there, waiting. They don't care whether you got in work. They don't care whether the client has refused to pay. They don't care whether it is delayed. They don't care nothing. Then ukuje yo month 6, you're supposed to pay me. We've been chasing, for example, that money that can be able to pay in back end, they decide, okay, I'll pay you 1/8 of the amount. After tumechesiana mwaka mzima. So now,
it's exhausting.
So you find yourself, if you've not planned properly or you don't have a nice back end, and then if maybe you're also not good with money, ile pesa inakuja ikikuja mingi unashtuka, you'll be in problems. You're feeling like, oh, now let me do this and let me change this and let me replace this. Where?
Let us move office.
Let us move. It's getting bigger. Let's hire more people. It's exciting.
Let's have an office party to launch the new office.
You'll be in problems because you really never, it's so, you get.
Yeah.
And then by the time you're getting to that level where now maybe you're respectable in the industry and whatever, heart yako imedai.
Yeah.
You get. Because you're feeling like everyone is living like that. And yet you're finding designers who they invoice today, tomorrow. Me, I have a client, Aki, he was just amazing. I'm telling you, I send an invoice in the morning like this. By 7 p.m. that day, niyo ni late sana. Amentumia pesa.
Aki, I love those. I love
you
those people. I love them so much.
Yeah.
So much.
But I want to just encourage people that don't expect everyone operates like that. You get.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Anyway, so we digress. We come back. But before we do, let me just quickly shout out, for anyone who enjoys, if you've enjoyed this conversation and all other conversations in our previous episodes, feel free to share, to comment, to subscribe, to follow, you understand? So that other people may also get to see the same content, so that it shares. The algorithm likes when there's movement, Additionally, feel free to support us. Our paybill number is inserted here below. Feel free to support us so that we can keep the lights on. And thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah? Back to you. Yeah? Yeah, so now you move from that place. What was your biggest, let's say, lesson from that particular experience?
What was my biggest lesson from that particular experience? Must it be positive?
No, it can be positive, it can be negative.
I think it much later, at that, when I was living, maybe not, but much later is, you really need to be someone who is knowledgeable. Because if I was knowledgeable at that time, and I don't fault myself, I was young. Yeah, I was pretty young. Not so many people know so many things about money and taxes at that time. I would have questioned her. I would have asked her, I have not received the withholding tax you filed this month, or the whatever that shows you filed it. Could you kindly clarify, or something like that? You see, the fact that she knew I didn't know, and I didn't even ask, is what gave her the
courage
to keep doing that, or to keep taking advantage of me and deducting my salary in the name of withholding tax. And even that deducted one, she's still delaying to pay. It's not even as much as it was supposed to be in full, but now even that, she's still delaying. So I think it's very important. And if you don't yet know, that's okay. But I think with the era we are living in right now, and all the podcasts that we have, when someone even hears this episode and hears that part, and you're still in school and you're still young, go with that. I hope you pick up the fact that it's very good to know your stuff in terms of things like this. Just that knowledge is very important. It says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. It's so important, because people will not be able to take advantage of you. Unfortunately, I realized sometimes employers really take advantage of their employees. They really do, especially if you don't know things. Yeah. So knowledge is very important. That's what I understood, because from there on, when anyone tells me about withholding tax, I know there's something I need to receive. So I will ask you about it. And if not, I'll tell you, I'll file it myself. Yes, you give me my money, the rest I will do for myself. Yeah. So that's what knowledge is important. Yeah, don't let someone lie to you because you don't know something, because they'll know when you don't know. You see me, I never asked, so she knew I didn't know. And so and the term she was using was, she's teaching me how to be responsible in society.
What does that mean?
Paying my taxes, like being a good citizen.
Wait, the explanation for what? For not paying?
No.
For
taking my withholding tax. She's like, if I give it to you all, you won't pay the tax. So I want to teach you how to be a responsible citizen. So I'll pay for you. You see now what she was using? That's maybe borderline manipulation. I don't know. But maybe not for me not to fight it. I don't know. But you see now, she's teaching me how to be responsible in society, like a responsible citizen who pays their taxes. But you're not even you're not even submitting the tax itself. Like you're not doing what you're telling me you're going to do. But that was the reason she told me she's gonna deduct that 5%. Yes.
Hey. And then now, wait. So at this point, do you move somewhere else after this?
After that, I took a while before I got
So
something.
you just endelea shule.
So shule. And then, plus volunteering with AK and all that. And then our chair during that era of that chapter, our chapter chair during that period, one day I was just at home, she called me. She's like, can you do social media management? Me, what can I do? It's like, hire, talk to someone. So there's this lady, she was managing a tiles company. They need a social media manager. So she connected me. When the lady, they are friends. So she's like, hey, we need a social media manager. I was like, hey, I know someone. Let me call her. So she's like, oh, can you do? I'm like, hey. It's like, okay. That's how I got my second job.
Oh, so and that one, how long did you do it for?
A year.
What was the most surprising thing
about that? The pettiness that is in small companies.
Like what?
The pettiness. Kai. I'm like, when people are not working, you're spending time being so, like, there was so much pettiness when you walked into work. And I used to go
it was
there.
A physical.
Yes. Okay, so the thing is, because I was a student, they were very lenient with me. And they said, you can come in on Saturdays only. Because I had classes during the week. And even if my classes were sometimes morning and evening, they're like, social media management is something you can.
So why did you need to go in person?
So that I can be taking content on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay.
And then, yeah. And also they just needed to see my presence. And also just ask me, like, how is it going? What do you think? So Saturdays I used to go in, but it was half day. So I used to go in there. And then when I was on holiday, they'd request me to come Mondays and Saturdays. Yeah. So there was so much, because it was a small working place, munagongana. Mimi, because I wasn't there frequently, I never had such encounters. When I was in school, I was there once a day, Saturdays, and I was there in the morning. Afternoons, we are going home. When I close school, I'm there Mondays and Saturdays. The rest of the week, I don't know what's going on. But because it was such a small working place, it's like, I don't know if there's not enough to do. But wanagongana, like very petty things. Very petty things. I'm trying to look for the pettiest example of maybe... Okay, so when you're working for a tiles company, sometimes you're told to get business, you need to go out there to construction sites and ask, who is the contractor here? Can we talk to them? We are tile dealers. We want to supply tiles, nini, all that. So like something petty, like when you take the company car to go on site rounds, they start saying that you're going to take business outside. Mnaenda kupeleka biashara nje.
So they wanted you to do it from the office.
So that's the thing. And even the person who's saying that is not even the directors of the company. It's now the people who you work with, now who are left in the office.
Also, it was more like very political.
Is that what you call political? Me, I've worked in very limited settings like that. So some certain terms I would not know the extent of what politics means at workplaces. And you'll see even as we continue talking, how many I've worked in very limited
in smaller
corporate settings, and I'll mention something about that not working in such settings.
Just mention it before we forget.
I have found that I'm not sure if I know how to work in a team, because I've only worked under people, like directly under someone. So you'll find that even the job I found next after that, I was an assistant program coordinator for a training program. I worked directly under the director, and it was just the two of us. There was a bigger company, but we were just the two of us in that specific pillar, social cohesion pillar. So I don't know yet if I know how to work with a team. And that's because I'm used to doing everything myself. And then I'm used to figuring out everything myself. And so when there's a team to work with, I'm usually, will they do the work? will they do it the way I want them to? Will they do it the way they're supposed to do it? Will they do it on time? Will they? So I have that anxiety of what if they
Letting it
don't?
go.
Yeah, what if they don't deliver on time? What if they don't do it? What if they do it, then I have to do it again? What if they don't do it well? So I usually find myself doing everything, even if there's someone, because even during that period as a assistant program coordinator, there's a point we had a volunteer, and I just had a problem giving, because I was tasked to give the volunteer some of my work, and I said, no, I'll just do it because I know I'm the one who knows how to do it. I don't want them to do, and then it comes back to me, then I have to do it again. Let me just do it. So I'm not quite sure if I can work in a team without having that anxiety of, will this thing be done well? Will it be will it be done by the deadline? Is it going to be done the way it's supposed to be done? There's that. You just find, if you put me in a team, you'll find that I do everything myself. And then you're like, but you have resources around. But I'm like, yeah. It's just that, it's that anxiety because I've not worked in places where you work in a team. And now, yeah.
Wait, so after this particular place, where did you move to? Have you ever moved into a interior design firm proper?
No, I have never. I've never been to an interior design firm proper. This is the closest to interior design firm I did. The tiles company. That is the closest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after this, where do you go?
After this, I go to work as a assistant program coordinator for a leadership training program, which is, you see, very different from But this whole time, I'm studying interior design, but I'm doing nothing because now, of course, I tried trying to get into that field. I didn't get anything. So now I've tried to, with my virtual assistant course, I'm trying to get any other thing I can get. Because remember, the money was for my pocket money. Yes. So I'm trying to get any other thing I can get, and is why I even did the virtual assistant course. Because I was like, yeah, if I can get anything else, because this ones I've tried, I'm not getting anything on this side.
Who even paid that for the virtual assistant job?
It was free for the course.
Oh.
Alex was offering it for free.
Okay.
Yes. They had a campaign they were doing, and so it was free. Yes, it was an online course.
So from this point now, have you finished this coordination? Have you finished Campo?
No.
You're
I'm
still in
campus.
Campo.
Yes. I did it, I think, since I was in third and fourth year. Yes. I worked there for almost 2 years.
That one, now how are you working remotely?
Yes. So we had sessions once every month. We had training sessions for the for the leaders once every month, which was on Fridays. So that's when I used to physically go for the training sessions. But other than that, things here and there for the bigger, remember it was a pillar and a bigger organization. So things here and there for the big organization once in a while, not so much, but it was mostly remote. Yes, apart from those sessions on Fridays where we were training.
So what does a coordinator do with that position? Just in summary?
In summary, can I really summarize it? Because I was doing everything. I was the accountant because I used to keep track of fees being paid. I used to ensure that the vendors we're dealing with are paid. I used to ensure that they've sent their receipts.
Those ones, invoices. They were in person, the trainings were in person?
The trainings were in person once every month, Fridays. But the first Friday of the month, or sometimes the second, depending on how the month starts. So I used to, finances, okay? I used to run the accounts. So I ensure that everyone has paid their fees, and if they haven't, I'm the one to remind, to pay in installments, because we had that installment arrangement and all that. So vendors, when we're doing the sessions, we need a caterer to come in. We need to pay for the venue. We need to send.
Who's looking for these vendors? You or someone?
Me.
Okay, so you're looking for the vendors and also coordinating them and ensuring they're paid.
They're paid.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Any more money things? Okay, so that's everything to do with money. Yeah. When it comes to logistics planning, so venue, look for the venue, or sometimes the venues would mostly, my director would reach out to venues, and then now once they respond, I take it up from there. So I tell them our needs. So I'm the one who coordinates logistics in terms of venues, everything. If it's presentation equipment, is it there? How many people? What arrangement do we want? What is the general whatever arrangement of our training? Like, how does it look like? All that. Serving area, is that there? Where are the washrooms? All that. So logistics when it comes to venues. And then now when it comes to participants, in case they want anything, questions, where the venue is, what time, program, I do the program. And then when it comes to content for the trainings, so my director would draft content, and then me, I put it in a PPT, nice presentation and all that. And then what else am I? So evaluation after the training, I need to go back to the participants and ask them feedback about the training, send them their feedback forms and all that, just do evaluation and all that. And then report, I write the report after the session, I do the report, and then now we share it with the people the guests the facilitators, sorry, who came, the rest of the participants and all that. Yes. So everything, I don't know if there's everything, but basically you can get, it's like I was the, do you call it? Okay. It's like there's a term she used one day of an engine and a, do you know that phrase? It's like, okay, let me use an easier term. She's a dreamer, I'm the executor. So yes, she dreams and then I bring the dream to life. So I don't know if I'm the engine or who's the engine.
You're the ops, like you're running the ops.
Okay, something like that. But yes. So yeah, I just know this needs to,
who talks to the people when they come to the event?
Facilitators.
Facilitating.
So she used to
there's facilitating the thing, but there's bringing, like, ushering them in,
me.
like making people comfortable, and then now she takes over.
Yes, me.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I'm the one who receives the people, let them know these are the facilities, toilet is here, this is where we'll be serving, this is where the snacks is, the CT set up here, and all that, Wi-Fi password. Yes.
Sawa, so I get this. So you're facilitating, like, just like more or less curtain raising, emceeing, and then now she takes over she was doing it alone.
She was so mainly she was the main facilitator, and then she used to invite other experts in the session. So we had there was a curriculum with 5 main topics. So she used to invite experts of each and every topic to come and talk about to come and further or like deep dive into the topic of that training session on that day.
Why did you leave this place?
So now I wanted to transition.
Okay.
I wanted to transition to now what I am currently like pursuing.
Okay, maybe you can tell the viewers what you're currently pursuing now.
So the thing that I really want to do, so currently I'm working on forming partnerships or collaborations with community-based organizations, because most community-based organizations and informal settlements are from there. Like they live there, they have grown up there, some of them who formed them. So they really know informal settlements, they know their needs and they know their problems. So I don't want to come and look like a savior. I'm not a savior and come and think I can solve your problems, yet I don't even know what problems you have or think.
This problem is what I think you need is there, but your problem is this.
Or this is the way I can solve this problem, and I've not even talked to you to quite understand how can I really solve this problem. That's why my first approach was community-based organizations, because when you talk to them, they explain to you better their problems and their needs. Otherwise, we'll end up having a situation where sometimes what the country does is it maybe creates a certain place for maybe hookers or something like that. They haven't asked them, and then it ends up not being used because they haven't really understood what are these hookers' problems and will they even move there. And if they do want structures like those, what kind of structures and where would they like them to be? Because they position themselves in very strategic places.
Like at the road where they can sell you putting for me a kibanda there. Now who's
so
coming
yes,
there?
If I go there, people won't see what or people won't likely pass there. I need to be where people are passing so that someone sees something like, oh, I could use this, I could do with this, something like that. So we are working on forming partnerships and collaborations with community-based organizations for that purpose. And then also there are very key people in pointing us to where impacted spaces are. For example, most of them supports children's homes. Most of them supports public schools. So they start these public schools themselves just to offer an affordable option for people in informal settlements. So
you, when you're coming in for this, like the children's home, the public schools, and partnering with them, what are you exactly bringing for anyone who doesn't understand properly?
So I am bringing, so my long-term vision is in fact, the end goal is to implement, rehabilitate.
What are you rehabilitating?
So it's rehabilitate, renovate, and transform these spaces for this for the community. So for now, I'm bringing in my interior design skills. In form of now rehabilitating, renovating, and transforming these spaces to make them fully functional. So I don't know if that's quite clear, but yes, that is my long-term vision. That is what I want to do.
Who is funding?
Donors,
or are you
in-kind
so you're looking
donation. Yes.
Okay.
So applying for grants, applying for donations, in-kind donations, partnering with brands in the built environment, people doing different things, whether it's roofing solutions, floors, walls, paint, and all that. Now, sending out proposals to them with the projects that we currently have, stating our needs, and then now requesting for meetings to talk partnerships or collaborations, especially those that have CSR departments and like are involved in projects like this in their CSR. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So mume understand your humanitarian interior design and your hiyo sasa. You get. So if you're a brand, if you are professional who also wants to partner, or if you're also from these communities, please reach out to her. Yeah. What's your handle?
Currently it's just Lynette Sange. However, we are working on doing our social media platforms. We haven't done those before. We've really been focusing on meetings with community-based organizations first, so that we solidify that. And then now when we start actually doing the visits to these impacted spaces, now we want to have now social media so that we can post.
So you've not
content.
started doing like this, you've not done that part, like visiting the communities already?
We have done visiting the communities. We have visited. I think I'm doing the third one next week. So we've done one in Njiru, and that CBO supports our children's home in Mathare slums. And then now we did one in Korogocho, and next week I have another one in Korogocho again. Okay. So currently by the end of next week we'll have 3 projects that we might need to now start looking at. Although we have started sending out proposals to brands and requesting partnerships, meetings for partnerships or collaborations to see how they can support. So it's just that what happens is when we go and meet the community-based organization, we tell them we'd like to see the spaces that you support, the institutions you support. Yeah, so take us there so that you tell us like everything about the institution. So for example, it's a children's home. How many children are here? Why are they here? What happens here? Some of them are a children's home, school for the
and
children
now
who
that
live
government is like, they are restructuring the children's home system in Kenya.
Yes, I have heard that. They are trying to nini them with their families. They are trying to reunite them with their families. So for this particular children's home that we went to, and I think there are many more. I don't know how many more, but I don't think it's the only one. This is specifically for children infected and affected by HIV and AIDS. And so their parents, some of them have passed because of that. And also, some of their relatives don't want them because of that, because they're infected. You understand? So now if you're trying to rehabilitate, like
or
reunite them, sorry, that's the word I was looking for, reunite them. I don't know how that will work. And of course, I don't think you can eradicate all the children's homes in this country, even if you're trying to, because some of them are proper orphans, like they don't have family, or they don't even know their family. Some of them were picked because maybe they were rescued, maybe because their mom birthed them maybe in an informal settlement somewhere, and maybe they just left them there. And then a child was rescued. Cases like that are had and taken to a children's home. So where are you taking that child? So you see, and then we can't say now we cannot rehabilitate such spaces because there are children who are like that. So will they continue to live in such situations because now you're trying to reunite children, their family, whereas those ones now don't even have a place to go to. And there are some of these children's homes in informal settlements are in such dire situations. Like the one we went to in Mathare, you cannot believe children live there. And that is someone's goodwill that they came up with that place and took those children.
And that's the best of their ability.
But you cannot believe children actually live, grow, and learn there. They had a guy who I think did very well. Either went to Friends Kamusinga High School, or there's another high school, usually those sides. Maranda. Either Maranda or Friends Kamusinga. And he started there. He has been there. Yes. So you see, people like those who spent their life there, he's grown in that environment for that long. So even if you're talking about reuniting, I mean, is the maybe this is not proper to say. You'll think about what to put and what not to put.
Yeah.
Is that sustainable enough to say we are not supposed to rehabilitate or renovate such places because we are going to encourage them to go to. But now what about those people who've spent their whole lives there? It's like when I did my research project paper, it was redesigning temporary shelters for refugees, and my case study was the Dadaab refugee camp. And one of the things my professors were challenging me was that if we redesign these spaces, these refugees will want to stay there. They won't want to go back home. But I'm like, they're refugees who've been born there. They have grown up and they've started families there. So really, are they going anywhere? Because
where's the home you're
saying they are going to? And that is someone who spent his whole life there, living in the same condition or situation, because people are saying, but you need to go home. But you'll need to go home at some point.
Where is that home?
Where is that home?
This is my home.
Yes, and someone has started a family there. They've been birthed there, they've grown, and they've even started a family there. So it's kind of like, is that really the argument for not allowing people to actually experience properly, fully functional and dignifying spaces because of either this, what I've said about refugees, or this about uniting? Yeah, I don't think so, because if it's that, then you'll reunite those who will be, and then what about those who are left behind? Will they continue to live in such spaces? So yeah, for me, even when I'm told that, it doesn't stop me, or it does, because I'm like, I don't think you can reunite all the children with all their families. Some of them don't even have those families. Yeah, so I'm thinking about those ones who don't.
So let me ask, just to wrap it up, do you have like a pay bill number that people can, whoever wants to donate? I know it's early on, even on our podcast, it's still early on, but who knows, 3 years later, someone can see the video.
I don't know if people in these causes usually can donate to my number or something, because now we're in the process of putting down the structures, when the registration process, and for us to get an account specifically for that, we need to bring certain papers. I think CR8, CR1 and CR something.
So what I'll do, I think I'll call this a part 1 for Lynette, because I feel like there's so much we still need to talk about. Okay. So I'll call it a part 1, and now you call me once these things are ready.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. Call me once you have like a proper social media page, when you have an account for that, etc., so that we can just drop it here on the pay bills.
Yes.
And then also me and you, maybe let's see what else, because remember, I think off the chat, I had told you there's something else also I want to do, but I don't want to fully move into that space. So it's something that will need a partnership, not me fully getting into it. You get?
Yeah.
Anyway, so just for us to, let's call this a part 1. Yeah. We will come back. We will meet Lynette again and take another, we'll just take some time with her proper.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for coming onto the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for contributing. Thank you for your time, and honoring our invite. Honestly,
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I'm sure all other designers who also watch, they also pick 1 or 2 things. And I always say, if you don't like what my experience was, you don't need to crucify me in the comment section. You get? You can always pick what is important to you, what is relevant to you, and you run with it. Whatever is not, leave it there. Pick from her experience. Whatever is relevant to you, don't have to say, but you're wrong. Okay, you don't know her experience, You don't know Lynette's experience. You don't know my experience. I don't know your experience. The best would be like, maybe I don't. We can also agree to disagree. Yeah?
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Final words or one piece of advice to aspiring interior designers?
When you find something you love, you find something you're good at, you find something that people need, and that thing can pay you, you have found your ikigai, your reason for existence.
Good at, can pay you, people need, and what was it?
And you're passionate about.
Yeah,
you're not only good at it, but you're also passionate about it. People need it, and it can pay you. You found your reason for existence, your ikigai.
Bas. Yeah. Tumefungia hapo. Thank you guys so much. Please comment, share, subscribe, follow, and what else? Contribute, support us, so that we can keep the lights on. Yeah. Until next time, thank you so much, and see you.